Hi, so today let us start with a tutorial in Flask and see how we can create web applications in Python. So basically Flask is a web framework. Okay, it's a Python module that lets you develop web applications easily. Now, Python has so many features that we have seen so far, but then why we need an extra module for to facilitate helps to make web application? Let us see that. Okay, consider the Amazon website that you use usually. Okay, you will be going to the Amazon website. You will be making some orders over there. You will be making some payment, and then finally you will be ordering the product that way, right? So where is this Amazon website present? Is this present in your local system? No, right? This Amazon website is hosted in somewhere, some server around the world, which we are not aware of. Where exactly it is that we are not aware of. But using the URL, okay, using the URL like www.amazon. Whatever it is, we are able to navigate to this website. Then we are able to make some orders from there, right? And from this website, we even go to our web banking website, make the payment also, right? So all these websites like Amazon website, the banking websites, all these are hosted somewhere around the world, but you are able to make use of the facilities or functionalities that with these websites are providing, right? So basically what you are doing is you being a client, you are giving some request to these websites which are hosted in a server, and this website gives us some responses. So when you go to Amazon, when you search something, okay, then Amazon returns as the or search page with all the products as per the search parameter, right? So that is a response from the website. Then you select one of the product, it takes you to that product page. That is again a response from the server, right? So basically you make some request to the web server and it gives us a response. Now consider the programs that you write always, okay, in normal case. Okay, will you be able to expose this functionality to the outside world as of now? No, right? All the programs that you have written so far, these are present in your local system. It is not exposed to the outside world, right? So if you even if you write many complicated functions and things, if it cannot be exposed to outside world, then it is of no use, right? So this is where Flask coming to picture. Now let us see some examples. Okay, so here we have a function over here that is hello, and I am calling this function. Okay, now I am running this function over running this code over here. So it printed welcome to programming made easy, right? Now if I want to call this function from some other system or from some my phone, will it be possible? No, right? Yes. So this is where Flask coming to picture. So let us see another example. Here what I am doing is, if you see on top, from Flask import Flask. Okay, so this is a module that we which is available. I am importing the Flask class basically over here. Okay, so from Flask I am importing Flask. So if you get some module dot found error while importing Flask, then you will have to install it using pip install Flask. Okay, it is not present as part of your core Python package, so you will have to install using pip install Flask. So you are importing the Flask, then you are creating an object of Flask and you are assigning it to app. Okay, this is the object variable of Flask. Okay, and here you should be passing the name of the module which is running it. So in case of Python, this underscore underscore name underscore underscore will be having the name of the module which we are currently working on, right? So that also we have to pass as a parameter to this Flask, okay, while creating the Flask object. So that is what is basically happening over here. Now here we have the function def fun1. Okay, this is the same function that we had over there. Okay, welcome to programming made easy, right? So here it is returning. So this is the response from this function. If you see this return, okay, this is the response from this function, right? Now if you see this code over here, at the rate app dot route, and we have given a slash over there. Okay, so we are mentioning it that in the server, when we are mentioning just giving a slash over there, okay, when you are just in the server, when you runs this code, okay, this function should be run. Okay, so basically this is the route that is attached to this function. So whatever we here, if you see here I have given home. So when in the URL, when we mention slash home, it will be basically redirected to this function. Okay, so instead of calling the function, we are attaching a URL to the function. That is what is happening basically over here. So app.route, this is a decorator by which we can attach a URL to a function. Okay, now let us just run and after that, if you see over here, if name equal to main, okay, that we know, then app dot run debug is true, that we are telling okay, run this app. Okay, we already have the app object created over here, right? So we are telling okay, run this app in the debug, debug, keeping debug as true. While running, we can even specify the port and the URL where we want to run this app, but currently we'll be doing it in our local system. Okay, so that we can specify the host. By default it will take it as our local system. Then it will specify the port, we can specify the port. By default it will be taken as 5000. We can mention whether we need to debug, whether we need to have the debug facility, whether we need to keep it true or false. Okay, those parameters we can specify over here while running the application. Now let us just run this and see. Okay, so I'm running it. If you notice over here, see it has run the code and it is available in the location. This is 127.0.0.1. This is referring to my local system. So if you are hosting this application, this code in some server, then it will be having the server address. Okay, so basically this is the URL that is attached with this code and the port is 5000. So I'm just clicking on it. See, once I go there, this is the main page, home page. It is printing welcome to programming made easy. So whatever response we had it over here, okay, whatever response we had it over here, that is being returned. So it is first calling this function. Okay, this route is attached to this function, right? So this response, whatever came, it got displayed on that web page. Okay, now what is the second function? The route attached is slash home, right? So and it should call this function. Okay, let's see whether it's working that way. Yeah, see, let's learn Flask, which means that this we refer to this function. Okay, this code is running in this port and we are referring to this function. Okay, so what's the response from the function? Let's learn Flask, and so that is displayed over here. Okay, now here say the third function. We have something, a third function over here. It is home. First we are starting with the route home, then we are having a variable. Okay, we are specifying a variable over here. Okay, and that variable we are using in the function and we are printing hello and the variable name. Okay, so when we are giving some variable over here like home followed by Liji, let us see what happens. See, hello Liji. Okay, what happened is this parameter, okay, this parameter it took as the variable. Okay, after home whatever we are given, we have given here, it took as a variable, that is Liji over here, and then it went into the function. It that variable is used and it printed hello Liji. Okay, so like that you can specify some variable through your URL also. Okay, this kind of specification mainly can be used for redirection. So I will just show what it is. So if you see this code, again we are creating a function, a Flask object over here. Here there is a computer function, and the response is welcome to computer science department. Okay, so we can basically redirect it to some other page. Basically we can think like that. So the route that is attached is computer, there is electronics, and there is mechanical. Okay, so when the user type a department, okay, it depends on the department, it is redirecting it. Okay, so if the department is CS, what we are doing, return redirect. This is a functionality that is given URL for. Okay, how to, where to redirect, URL for computer. Okay, so what is computer over here? It is this function. Okay, so it is telling you to redirect it to the URL for the computer function. Okay, now here it is telling you redirect it to the URL for the electronics function. Okay, redirect it to the URL for mechanical function. That is what it is telling over here. Okay, then again we have a home page over here. So we, if we just give the give nothing, okay, just we go to the server, and then you get your home URL, then you will get server, select department in URL. Okay, it is just giving a message over here. So let us run this and see. So basically it is running over here in this URL in our local system. But if any third party access our computer, where it is acting as a server, and give the port, it can use that also. Even the third person will be able to access to this functionalities. Or if you host this into a server, then you can give the server address over there, and then you can access to this functionality. Okay, so I'm clicking over here. So it's telling select the department in use URL. Okay, it is asking us to select the department in URL by giving user. Okay, so I'm giving user, then I am giving the department as CS. When I give welcome to computer science department. Okay, so now let us just see EC. I'm giving EC. Sorry, it has to be user over here. Then I am giving EC welcome to electronics department. Okay, and if you notice, it has changed the URL also. So that is what we have basically specified over here, right? We have specified over here, we redirect to the URL for electronics. Okay, so it redirect, what is the URL for electronics? This is the URL for electronics, right? So it changed the URL there, and that then we got the response from that function. Okay, that, so that is how basically Flask work. It helps us to create, it is a web framework which helps us to create Python, Python backend, okay, for a web server. So web applications basically we can create using this Flask. So in Flask, we use the decorators, and we specify the route. We attach a URL with the function. Using this URL, we can invoke that function. Okay, and when we run the code, specific code, it runs in a specific it runs in a specific port, and we can access that code using that URL, and then you can make use of the functionalities. If you are hosting it in some web server, then also you can make use of it by giving the specific URL associated with that. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow I'll be back with more on this web, how to create web applications. Thank you all.